to this week's weekly vlog. If it's your first time stopping by, I'll give you a super quick intro. My name is indeed Dawn. I always feel a bit weird saying that because the channel's called Dawn's Days, but is it stating the obvious? I don't know. Anyway, yes, I'm Dawn. I'm 50 plus, expat. I'm originally from Manchester, which is the northwest of England, and for I think about 24 years now I've been living in the Netherlands, just on the border of Amsterdam, and I live here with my partner Lawrence, who's from South Africa, and our sons, who are young men now, Joshua and William, and our little dog Jack, who's a Parsons Terrier. He's not very fluffy at the moment. If you watched last week's vlog, you'll know he was still quite late in the day sporting his curly winter coat, and I think I filmed him just by pure coincidence one day in the garden. I think I was blocking a shawl that I'd crocheted, and then the next day, you know, I filmed him again in the garden, and he'd been to the groomers. He does look cute with his long, you know, scruffy curly coat, but it does have to come on with the nature of the breed. They tend to get skin problems if you don't remove they have like a double coat. So now he's sporting his summer coat. He's very happy. It's like a little soft puppy. Anyway, that's who I live here with. You can probably see, although it looks quite dark on camera, I've no idea. Since I've started filming more regularly in my craft room, I don't know the lighting situation, and it's always a big surprise, and then I start editing and thinking, oh, the lighting's not too bad, or oh my gosh, it's dark and it wasn't on camera. So, you know, the joys of a YouTuber, you know, we all have to contend with it. You know, a lot of people use ring lights. I'm hoping the natural light from my window is helping. My room is looking dark. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sat here in my craft room. You would have seen on the screen it's Saturday. It's Saturday afternoon now. I've been up as usual quite early, and I've been faffing around. I've got some laundry on the go, although looking out the window, it's rained non-stop, and it's going to rain all day, and it's going to be like this until Wednesday morning, and then I think we get a little reprieve in the weather, and then it will rain again. But the good news is I think by the weekend it's going to brighten up again, hopefully. So it's fine. The garden needs a good water. But yeah, I've got an abundance of clothing that I normally peg out and I don't want to put in the dryer. Anyway, it's fine. You know, luxury problems. What have I been doing apart from that? I've been super relaxed. Lawrence dropped Joshua off at football. He's playing at home today, and then him and Joshua's girlfriend have gone to watch him play football, and then he left early and came back and picked up William and dropped William off. He surprised us. He announced this morning that he had a game. We didn't know he did. But he's playing in the neighbouring village. He said, oh, I'll just catch the bus because, you know, it's raining. And Lawrence said, no, I could have dropped him off as well. We have 2 cars, but Lawrence said, no, it's no issue. You know, he likes doing all these sporty things for the boys. So I'm not sure what time they'll be back. Lawrence did suggest that we get up early and go and do the grocery shopping this morning, but because I just forgot to do it online again. But I said, you know what, I don't fancy it. I fancy just having a really relaxed morning. So he's had a whole morning of running around, but doing things he likes. So he's not complaining. When he gets back, I'm anticipating around 3ish, 4ish. Then we're both going to go and do a big shop at the supermarket. And I know this might sound strange, but I like 90% of my groceries I do online. And if I do go into the supermarket, I'm literally just popping in. So I'm looking forward to doing a shop, like a physical shop, you know, shopping in the shop, the store, because, you know, that I often miss new things that they have have running at the moment, like specials and whatever. But gosh, I've gone into waffle mode. The other thing I've been editing vlogs. I'm pointing here, you can't see it, my laptop's here. So I've been doing that. I've been in editor mode this morning, which I do love to do. So hopefully you've seen last week's vlog. There was no sailing last week. We did sail, but I didn't film it. I just thought it was getting a bit samey. So let me know what you think about that. Or maybe you already have in the comments by the time this loads. that'll be a whole week ago. Oh my gosh. Anyway, the other thing I've been doing is I've been faffing around with, I'll show you the before. Many of you know my friend Jeanette, who's also here on YouTube, Crafty Clegs Creations and Crafty Clegs Journals. I mustn't forget her other channel. When she came over to visit me earlier in May, we were going to do lots of crafting, and it just didn't happen because we were having too much of a good time chattering away. Tim, her husband, had chopped one of these composite notebooks in half, and we were going to make a mini journal together. You know, I'm not the best at it. Jeanette's fantastic at it, and I thought, yeah, and she left the two halves for me. She said, no, just see how you feel. So I've been, you know, actually in daily contact with each other. But I took a little video of the journal I'd made thus far. I sent it to her yesterday, and she was like, oh, it's really good. And she was giving me some suggestions for other things, and reminded me that some supplies have been meaning to buy. I didn't have things like paper clips. I thought I had loads of them. Anyway, so this is what it looked like, and then this is what it looks like now. It's by no means finished. What am I going to do with this journal? I have no idea, but I'm just really enjoying it. I've been gluing pom-poms on. I've been sticking, well, you can't see, I've been sticking lace. That's the back. I've not done anything with that yet. I've just been, you know, and it's not stitched together, but I've just had a jolly good time. Let me show you. I'm not flicking through. A lot of you are not crafters. You know, I've been snipping things out and making little pockets. I think these are called signatures, so mine will have 2 signatures, and I think it'll be a job to get it closed actually. So there, it's like just 2 little pads in the pad kind of thing. So yeah, I've been sticking. Last week I waffled about it. I've been sticking washi tape on things and just been having such a lovely time. That's the back cover now. It's got this poem up in it, a bit of lace and just things I've been snipping and layering, and yes, just lovely. It's nice faffing around. So I've got a coffee, so I've just come upstairs. I've done some chores, and I thought, you know what, let's have a little flick through it, because I'd left it yesterday. It was glue was drying. What have I done with that? Oh, yeah, these things are snipped out of a Daphne's diary. I've just put like a little brad in them. I cut them out of the magazine and I put a little brad in, and aren't they lovely? I think they're for something else, but I've joined the 3 of them together. It's got a blank back, so you know, you could write on them, or, as I said, I don't journal, so I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. But anyway, and then because it's so pretty, that's the front of the journal, what it looks like. I've made what is called a tuck spot. See, I'm learning things. Ironically, I've been watching junk journaling videos on YouTube for years and years. It's like one of those, like, sometimes I watch these mommy vlogs of you know, people who are pregnant, you know, having their first child. My eldest is 22. I have nothing in common with these people. I'm old enough to be their mother, but I can watch them for hours, and it's like these paper crafting channels. Oh, I watch all kinds of stuff. I watch lathe turners. I'm subscribed to quite a few of them. But yeah, when Jeanette very first started getting into it, I was like, you know, I fancy having a bit of go, you know, of sticking paper and stuff. So I'm doing that, and then I'm looking here. I don't know if actually, no, I'm not going to turn you out because it's a mess. I've done a little bit of more on my little mouse house, tulip's house. But I've kind of come to a bit of a standstill on that. I was faffing around, moving things around. I've stuck a pin in Tulip's dress just so she can stay sat down. But that's also why I do have a lot of paper crafting supplies, because I have a doll's house downstairs. If you don't know, if you're new here, a very old, like a vintage doll's house, which you know, I've been doing up from scratch. That's why I already have all these, you know, bits of paper, and you know, it's like, well, I've got 80% of the stuff I need. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. I thought I'd just come on and start the vlog and just show you what I've been up to this morning. And I think I already said last week, it's going to be a fairly quiet-ish week for me. And it's raining all day, which isn't a bad thing. I do have, I have plenty of things indoors to keep me busy. Last night, I don't know what's wrong with me. I cast on another one of those shawls. So I've finished 2 and I've cast on a 3rd one. I'm kind of addicted to the pattern. I mean, what do you do with a shawl? But I'm finding it so that it's the repetition. It's so, it feels like therapeutic. It's just like 2-row repeat, and and it's in my head, and so yeah, I can work on that. I can do my paper sniffing. I can do loads of crafty stuff next week on top of daily life stuff like cleaning my house and just getting on top of stuff. Can't speak today. I need another coffee. A slurp of my coffee. Anyway, the week's begun. I hope it's a good one. Let me know what you've been up to. By the time this uploads, it would have been a whole week passed from me finishing this to the end. So what have you had a good week? What have you been up to? What do you do when I'm sat here waffling away? Am I on in the background? Are you working on stuff? I know a lot of you are actually knitting or crocheting or stitching. You're doing crafting with me as well. And I know a lot of people watch on a Sunday morning when it first uploads, so that's nice. Anyway, right, the week's begun. Let's hope it's a good one, and I'll catch you in a while. Bye for now. Last spoke to you on Saturday, and you would have seen somewhere on the screen today is Tuesday, and it's actually 3:45, so it's quite late in the day on Tuesday. I think I last spoke to you I on the Sunday. I was going to my friend Eliane's place for our annual girls lunch, the sisterhood. And maybe you've seen a little bit of footage of the short walk to her house. It's looking very pretty in the area at the moment, and her beautiful table decor. It was fantastic. She yet again outshone herself. I don't even know. I think I filmed or took a photo of some of the courses. I can't remember how many courses she did. It was phenomenal, seriously. And she just loves to entertain. She does it so well. Anyway, it was so good to see the ladies. All of the group except 2 of the ladies are the ones who I'm going to Budapest with. So it was just nice seeing them. And it's like, you know, it's sort of cemented our friendship again. You know, we've all 5 come together, and yeah, the trip's coming up, so I can't wait for that. I am going to be very, very tired. They know what's going on at the moment, and they always take really good care of me. They're so sweet. And I'm just going to do, you know, what I can and nothing more, and not overdo things. So, you know, anyway. Nicola, my friend, has just left. She asked me yesterday to say, are you around this week? Fancy a knit and a natter? And I was like, absolutely. Come on over. Lawrence and Josh are out at their respective offices today, and William's gone out with friends. So Nicola came over. I think she came over about 11, and then William, before he went out, very kindly popped to the shops and brought us like a French stick and some things to have on you know, a little bit of bread, and we had a nice very light but very nice lunch together. Nicola brought some socks that she was knitting on. I think she did 2 or 3 rounds. And I've cast on my 3rd South Bay shawlette, and I think I did 4 stitches, as is the nature of crafters when you get together. We just talked. I don't know if the camera is picking this up. If I fold it in on itself, you can just see the colours starting to change, and this is the gradient. So it's going from this nice like minty white colour down to this teal colour. So it's really, when I held it up, in natural daylight, you can really see the colour change. When I held it up, I was like, oh, you can really see it now. I think that might be better. Can you see? And the colour starts coming through. Absolutely loving this pattern. I've still not blocked the other one that I've finished a few days ago, or last week, I should say, because the weather turned. They forecasted rain all day yesterday, and it ended up being a lovely afternoon. I managed to get 2 loads of washing hung out and dried, so that was fantastic. And then it's rained most of the day today. Sorry, I'm jingling. And I think it's going to be like this all week, and then Friday it's going to brighten up again, thank goodness. I just watered my basil plant. This little plant, there was 2. Joshua and Claudia bought them from the Albert Heijn, the supermarket, to make pesto sauce from scratch. One of the plants, they decimated it. They left a few stalks and it was beyond saving. But the other one, I said, you know what? Leave it. I'm going to see what I can do. I've harvested it twice now, and now it's starting to thicken out again further down the stalks. You can see. So it will start to bush out. And watering it, it's drinking a lot of water. You can see. I can actually start removing some of the top ones now, and then I just pinch them off every time if I'm doing a pasta, even if it's only 4 or 5 leaves. Just fling it in the pasta. It goes well with everything, but I'm really happy with that. So weather dependent, and you know what my week's looking like, I might pop to the garden centre and buy some more compost, and I might repot some plants. I desperately need to repot some of these spider plants that are no longer babies. I mean, look at the size of that pot. It's ridiculous. It's actually root bound now. And the one I put some in the bathroom, and there's one I've got a corner bath, and there's like a little, in the corner, there's like a ledge that you can sit on. I plonked one on there, and there's just spider babies all over the entire bath. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I was talking to Nicola about that. I said, can I interest you in a spider plant? She politely declined. But what I might do, I've still got a lot of the little plastic pots for seedlings. I might just fill a load up and pop them outside with a free to collect sign on them. See if anybody would like a plant or 2 or several. It just seems a shame. Anyway, this smells amazing. So yeah, if you buy these supermarket plants, if you keep on top of them and you don't overpluck them, you know, then you can get them to come back. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you know, these plants are not bred that you can keep. There's not like longevity in them. But I beg to differ. I mean, they're looking quite fantastic. So I'll do that in the week. I'm not sure what day. Anyway, I think I've got an hour to myself now, so I think I'm actually going to sit on the sofa and crochet. I don't have any laundry to do. I've tidied up. Lawrence vacuumed last night. Kitchen's clean. Bathroom's clean. So I've got an hour to myself this afternoon. Well, I've got as much time as I want to myself, but the house is empty for at least an hour. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I might watch a bit of YouTube, but anyway, I do apologise. I think it might be a shorter week this week. I'm not sure. I've just been, I don't know, not really had anything interesting to share with you. I've not been anywhere. I only went to my friends on Sunday, and that was it. But I'm not complaining. I've needed some quiet time. You know, I've less appointments, not with friends or, you know, doing nice things, but less sort of medical appointments. Good morning. Gosh, I look dreadful. What's going on with my face? I didn't sleep well last night at all, and I'm feeling a bit, a bit froggy. Froggy, is that the word? Anyway, I'm up in the craft room. State the obvious. I have spent a lovely hour or so chopping out the pattern and the fabric, the felt for this Oswald duck or goose. I don't know what he is. I don't know what he is. This is a kit that Jeanette brought over for me. It's from House of Zandra. Isn't it lovely? So I have I've cut every single pattern piece out. They're quite generous with the felt. I don't know if Jeanette bought the felt separately. She brought it all over for me, or if it came as a kit, or she just bought the pattern. I can't remember. But there's like loads of felt left, and I cut the pattern out, and I've cut all the pattern pieces out now. So all I've got to do, I'm just putting them in a little Ziploc bag for now, just so I don't lose any, because there's a few smaller pieces. There's a lot of sewing with that, but I'm going to hand stitch it all. And the only thing, and I've kept any little scrappy bits I've snipped them up for the stuffing. The only thing with the pattern, it doesn't say. Sorry, if you're not into crafting, it's probably not very interesting. Can you hear that rain? Ooh. It didn't say, or maybe I missed it, if it needed a seam allowance. So I've not cut it with a seam allowance. However, looking at the pictures, and it does say it, it says you stitch it all together with a blanket stitch, so it's not even inside out. I was going to hand stitch it inside out, and then, but it should be quite straightforward. I don't mind a blanket stitch. I'm quite fond of that. So I need some little seed buttons for his eyes, seed beads, and some little buttons for his to attach his wings. I've got all that stuff. So I don't know when I'm going to actually get round to stitching it, but it's ready to go whenever I fancy it. So that was quite good. And I've still not done anything. I talked about this on my last podcast. I've still not done anything with this little Dutch lady, who is actually the milkmaid from the lovely painting, my favourite painting, by Vermeer, which is actually on display in the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam, if you ever want to go and see it. The Girl with the Pearl Earring, which is, I think, his most famous painting, is not in the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam. It's actually in The Hague, Den Haag. So don't make that mistake. Anyway, it's about 11ish now. I've been up here. Lawrence is working from home. And yeah, I could hear him on the phone. So I thought, do you know what? I'm showered and everything. I've washed my hair. Just feeling a bit froggy. Maybe it's because Nicola was here for quite a few hours yesterday, and I'm not used to I'm not used to talking that long. I had a lovely time, but I'm not used to talking that long. Did I tell you as well, we might, weather dependent, we might have a little outing on Monday. We might be going to Amsterdam to the new Stephen and Penelope shop, or Penelope and Stephen shop, I should say, which is the famous Stephen West shop. He's in a partnership with Penelope. I don't think they're related. I've actually met Penelope a few times. Never met Stephen. I mean, I don't need to. It's a shop. Would be nice. So yeah, they unfortunately, when Jeanette was over, they were in the middle of rehousing, moving the store. Jeanette's been to the old store before. So yeah, I was talking to Nicola. I said, "Oh, have you been?" She said, "No." So I said, "Well, maybe we should just go out for a mooch." So the weather's going to be a bit iffy, but it looks like so far Monday might be nice. So that'll be something to look forward to if we do. It's very easy breezy at the moment. I'm just looking at all the stuff on my desk. Oh my gosh. Right, and I think a hot drink, a coffee might help me. Gosh, look at me. Oh gosh, I look terrible. I actually, what happened? On my camera, I look at myself and think, gosh, Dawn, you look really tired, and actually feel it. I might need a little afternoon nap this afternoon. An afternoon nap this afternoon. When else would you have an afternoon nap? An afternoon nap in the morning? Right, I'm waffling now. I'll talk to you in a while. Hello, it's a bank holiday here in the Netherlands. It's Hemelvaart, which is Ascension Day. Yes, you hear me, Hemelvaart, which is heaven exit. We've just popped to the garden centre, not one of the local ones, it's one in a place called Bad Hoeverdorp, which is in Amsterdam. And I've been here before. I might film a little bit. I'm after a new outdoor rug for the garden, but they've got a 50% off corner, so I bought a couple of little things, nothing major. Anyway, we had to put them in the car, so Lawrence is back. So I'm going to go inside and maybe I'll film a little bit, I don't know. But if not, I'll pop back on in a while. What you got? Oh, what's that? Looking for the squeaker. Look, there he goes. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. It is so clammy and humid outside. I don't know what the temperature is. Jack's having his dinner, an early dinner. You fed him early, Lawrence? Yeah. He's very happy. We bought him some new doggy seats as well. So I didn't film inside because it was quite busy. It's a bank holiday, and the layout of that store, they've done it like an IKEA layout, so you have to go down all the little aisles. It's a lovely garden centre. I have actually filmed there before, maybe last year it could have been. Anyway, I bought a few things. When I've stopped waffling, I'll insert a photo. We did buy a garden rug. I don't know if I like it. I'm kind of still thinking about it. I really liked my other one, but it's just the plastic's all shredded and it's got holes in it. I don't know if you can hear a squeak. Jack's got a new toy. What's he got? Where's your baby? It's kind of the same toy that we got him when he was a puppy, so he's very happy with it. It's like a dead animal. It's like a cuddly toy with no stuffing in it, and it's got a squeaker. So that won't last long. That squeaker will be gone. But he's very happy with it. Anyway, I can't remember if I said when we got there was a special 50% corner. I think I might have mentioned it. So I bought a couple of things from there. I don't know the individual prices. I can't remember because we bought them as we went in and then we put them back in the car because you couldn't take them in the shop because, yeah, you know, how do they know what you've bought or stolen? or not paid for, technically not stealing, but anyway. So I bought 4 of these little bowls. They're lovely. That's Lawrence coughing. And they're really nice size. These are great for, you know, olives, nuts, and we've got people over. And they're dishwasher, microwave, oven, everything proof. They had loads of colours, but I love the turquoises, really me. And then I said to Lauren, oh, would you like playing this? Solitaire. I've forgotten how you play it. I'll have to look it up again. He said, yeah. And that was in the 50% sale. So, and it's mango wood. It's lovely. So that and the 4 little dishes was €11.50. What a bargain. They had loads of really nice stuff, but you know, I mean, we'd be buying stuff for the sake of buying it. Anyway, so outside, in a minute, you'll see the rug. And then I bought a lovely, like a low terracotta bowl. And it was actually by the herb section. And to make your own little herb garden. And they had an offer on that. You could buy three plants for €10. So I bought 2 different types of thyme. One is a citron, like a lemon thyme, and the other one's just your regular thyme, and a rosemary. And bought a big bag of compost, which I need anyway. So I've planted that up. It smells delicious. For now, it's going to live on the picnic table. I think they're okay there. I think those 3 or 2 types of herbs like sun, because it's always in sun, that bit, and if not, I'll just move them somewhere else. It's fine. And then the other thing, I saw this, we're in the barbecue section. Lawrence always likes to wander around that. And I said, oh, look at this. And he went, oh, that'd be great when we do prawns on the barbecue, like a little cast iron dish. And again, I don't know the price, I've mislaid the receipt, but I think this was on offer. I think it was like €3.50 or something. So that's a bargain. And then again, I think this was also on sale, not in the 50% corner, but they just had a big sale on in the, I think, for bank holiday. And again, this is mango wood, a little cutting board. I'm going to use this as a cheese board, because I took my cheese board to somebody's house years ago and never got it back. And the next one I've got is like a big round, a huge one, which would be more like you do a charcuterie kind of thing on it. And I just wanted a little, you know, just put a few cheeses and, you know, a few grapes and stuff. Lawrence bought, I think he's going back to his African roots here. He's bought some zebra print gloves. But I said to him, I bought some a few weeks ago. So we've got 2 new pairs of gardening gloves. It's fine. And then they always sell like famous Dutch products. And they always do a Delft corner, blonde, Amsterdam, all different kind of things. And so I said, oh, let's look at the Delft corner. And then they had this range. I've got my glasses on. I can't read it. Porcelain by Jannie van der Hayden. I can't even see, sorry about that. Hayden. And it's like a sausage dog range, like the Teckle, you know, the rough coat little sausage dogs. And I fell in love with them, so I said I'm having at least 1 plate. I'll open it. Yeah, Jenny van der Hayden. Yeah. Jenny van der Hayden, as queen of the kitchen, knows exactly what you need to prepare and serve the most delicious meals. That is why, together with Hein Delft's Blau, she put a lot of time in creating a collection that is beautiful as well as functional. And now, besides the beautiful tulips and the funny monkeys, must be other things and other ranges she's done in her collection, her beloved dog Nan also managed to steal a place on this brand new tableware collection and a place in our hearts. Oh, how cute! Yeah, plate Nan. Oh, that's very sweet. Wait till you see it. Should have bought a few. I could order them online, I suppose, but I've just got one little cake plate for now. I'll probably put it in my cabinet of curiosities. But it's so flipping cute. How cute is that? Oh, I love it so much. That's her little doggy, Nan. Oh, they had everything in it. They had little egg cups, espresso cups, vases. They had everything in this range. I've not seen it before, but I was happy with just one little plate. It's so cute. And then finally, just as we were leaving, I saw they had a little section of jigsaws. And I said to Lawrence, I've been looking for a nice jigsaw, you know, one that catches my eye for months and months and months. There was a bit of a hype on YouTube. A lot of creators were doing jigsaw puzzles, were doing jigsaw puzzles. And even you know, some of my friends on YouTube were doing it, but not just in our like crafty vloggy community. It was like a big thing. And since then, I've been looking out for something. Anyway, I found one. It's called Tea in the Garden, or Tea Time in the Garden. Tea Tide in the Town. Tea Time in the Garden. My gosh, that's a mouthful in Dutch. Tea Tide in the Town. And it's 1,000 piece. Isn't that lovely? I thought it's just so pretty and cheerful. So I've got a table runner, not the yellow one, on my kitchen dining table. So I'm thinking I'll just make it on there, and then I can roll the runner, you know, back and forth and put it over the puzzle, and it won't disturb anyone, will it? So that'll be a nice little, you know, coffee time mindful moment. Do a little bit of a jigsaw. Have you broke your squeaker already, Jack? Where's your baby? Yeah. I said, where's your baby? Picked it up. Have you broke the squeaker already? Oh, it's manky. I hope it's machine washable. It's filthy already. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. I don't know what we're going to do for dinner this evening. I think we're both a bit lazy now, but yeah. Oh, and the other nice thing, I'm going to do this tomorrow, weather permitting. I'd put a reminder in my calendar that tomorrow in Amstelveen, as well as the regular market, there's an antique and curio market on as well. I think it's in the same place. I've been to one there years ago, and I did buy some lovely little bits and bobs, antiques. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling, and then next you'll see hopefully a little video of I filmed Jack receiving his toy, did a couple of tricks, and the little herb garden and the new rug. What do you think? It's very loud. Looks all right though. It's quite sunny. I think it'll look nice out there, and I've got, you know, all my bits and bobs out. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. I'll see you in a while. Good afternoon. I've just been to the market, and I don't know what happened, but I saw an advert a few weeks ago on Facebook for an antique and curiosity market, Curiosa. And I checked, I googled, couldn't find it again, and I said to Lawrence, well, I'll just go, it's nice to have a walk around the market, it's a beautiful day. And there was no antique Curiosa market, but the regular market was on. That was a bit weird. I've had that a few times on Facebook, when things have been advertised and then they disappear and you can find no trace of them. I don't know, maybe it's some kind of phishing scam, I don't know. Anyway, in true Dawn style, I have bought a few things. I had, because when I left the house it was overcast, not cold but a bit cooler, and then by the time I'd parked up, so actually it took longer to get there than I'd planned, because a friend phoned, so I just ended up, you know, just stopping what I was doing to have a chat, catch up, and in that time the sun had come out and it had gone lovely and warm. This, it looks like a sweater, but it's like, it's thin, it's like t-shirt fabric, long sleeve, so it was perfect. It just takes a little bit of a chill off, but it's, you know, it's thin enough that, you know, you can keep cool in it. So yeah, I had a walk around the market, and I've treated myself to some flowers. I'm highly delighted with them. And I bought a few other bits and bobs, so I'll show you that when I get home. I had a little look at my herb garden this morning. So I had a conversation with Lawrence that we don't think it rained in the night, and it's not rained today. And I didn't water them because I read that at least thyme, I'm not sure about rosemary, they don't like wet. You're not to overwater them. And when I potted them, the pots that they were in, the soil was very, very wet. So anyway, they're fine. I've given them a little bit of water because they're sat in direct sun all day, which again they like, but they don't like to get sunburnt. So we'll see. But I put my this morning, I was still in my pyjamas and I went out to have a look, and then I just put my full face in them. I gave everything a bit of a rub and I put my face in and I breathed it in, and it was like, oh gosh, that just smelled so good. I'm really liking the back garden at the moment. The front garden is just awful. Maybe we can tackle it a bit this weekend. To be honest with you, I've never liked my front garden. We've never changed it. It was a mature garden when we bought the house, and we've just left it. We've planted a few things over the years and stuff has died, and the 2 owners ago planted laurel bushes along the shared border, and they're sky high now. And the new owners, these are the second ones. The first, the ones before, the ones who we didn't like, we didn't get on with, the whole street didn't like them. They did keep on top of their bushes, but this new, I mean, they've been there a couple of years, the new neighbours, they're just letting them grow pretty high. So I had a chat with them a few weeks ago, and I said I need to drop them down because my whole front garden's now, one half of it is now in complete shade. My lavender bush died. I had like an ornamental grass that died. It's getting no sun at all. So they were very nice about it, and we had an agreement on how much I could chop them down, which was a fair bit. But I tried a bit and then I couldn't reach, and I gave up. So I think I'm going to get Lawrence to do that. But then the laurels run across their front garden, so it might look a bit odd. Lawrence probably would be inclined to just do it all for them because he's like that. So yeah, we might do a little spot of garden in the front garden. Ideally, I've gone into a right waffle mode now, I'm sorry. Ideally, I would love to rip it all out and start again, because our path as well, so technically because the door, it's not in the centre of the house, it's at the side, it's like at the side of the house, so you'd think our path would run from the road direct to the door, but the previous owners, our path is kind of in the middle at the front, and then it does like this windy, it's like a little windy path, which, it looks cute. It's like little cobblestones. But before our neighbour put a little fence up, people used to get confused. They'd go up their path and then climb over our garden to get to our front door. It just doesn't, I don't know. I've gone into a waffle mode now. Sorry, I was just moving a message away. Right, I'm almost at home. I'm going to go home. I desperately need a coffee. Oh, that's nice. Just pulled out in front of me when the road behind is clear. There's one car and that's it. Impatient. Yeah, I'm gonna have a coffee. I'm gasping for a cup of coffee and a little spot of lunch, and then well, before I get too comfy, I'll come back on camera and I'll do a little show and tell. See you in a while. I'm home. Oh gosh, it's really bright in here. It's lovely outside. I might actually put shorts and t-shirt on and go and sit outside. I think the cushions should be dry. I think. Otherwise, if I get a wet bottom, it's fine. I can put some towels down. So I bought these. They were on. There was quite a queue of people buying them. Three bunches of peonies for €10, and he had, I don't know if the camera's picking them up. They're like a blush, pinkish white, and he was selling them in like a dark pink and like a mid pink, and then this blush white. I'm thinking, oh my vase that I was going to put them in has got fake flowers in. I could take them out, but it's got all the little glass eggs hanging on it still not cleared at my Easter display way. Well, they're still nice for spring, aren't they? Oh, I'll put them in another, actually, hold on, I've got another vase here. I could put them in this. It's a good wash. I threw some flowers away the other day, I've not washed it out yet. It's like this grey, it's a nice vase, it's from Paul's Potton, which is a really nice Dutch ceramic interior design company. My friend Julie used to work there, so I used to get gifts from Paul's Potton. I wouldn't shop there myself because it's very spendy. I think that'll look nice in a grey vase. Oh yeah, that'll look lovely. Okay, I'll do that. I've got some food with it. And then, Jack, I'll let you out in a minute. Just hold on. And then, hold on. I popped to the wool man. I've nearly finished the teal shawl. So, and there was no other colours that I really liked. So I've got another pink, but this isn't the pink. My mum's was more like a fuchsia pink and this is like a salmon pink. And I got some in the same, sorry if you don't knit or crochet, but in the same Elise Diva Silky Effect. Exactly the same yarn, but it does unicolours in it. I've got some white, so I thought, oh, a nice white shawl would be lovely. And then only for stash, I don't need them for anything, but the other day I was making something and I realised I haven't got a lot of pink. I might have spoken about this in the vlog. So I've just got two pink, like a bubblegum pink and a cerise pink from Scheepjes Katona. So a bit of yarn shopping, and then I bought Lawrence a new, a nice, actually a really nice shirt. It's in the lounge now and he likes it, he's approved. Lawrence has got this unique talent of having a stain on every single top he owns. So we've got our friend Raymond and Antoinette's birthday party tomorrow night, and thought, oh, let me just get him a nice comfortable shirt. So it's lovely, it's like a pale blue colour. Anyway, and then since I saw these, I've been thinking about them non-stop, and so I went to H&M Home. I only got one set. I was thinking to buy the second one, but I've been thinking about these sardine tea towels for ages. And I walked in and they'd gone. Oh, and I had a little sort of barbecue sardines. There's even a recipe on them. I thought they'd sold out, and they've almost, so they've been moved to like a smaller shelf. So you get one with the sardines and then this nice check. It's like this lovely teal colour. Oh, I love it so much. I don't want to use it as a tea towel. I mean, I was thinking to get two and maybe make like a project bag out of them. Actually, I could do that. I could chop it in half. Let me just see while we're on camera. Kind of. I could have chopped it in half and have one sardine and a barbecue sardine recipe on the back, and then just two sardines on the front. Do you know what? I could do that. I love it so much. And then the other thing, what I've been shopping online for, window shopping for ages, is a nice linen tablecloth. And lo and behold, whilst I was in the H&M Home section, they had this really nice linen blend tablecloth. It's 140 centimetres by 240 centimetres. It's quite a big one, and it feels lovely. So the two tea towels, I wouldn't normally spend this much on a couple of tea towels, but the 2-pack was €9.99 to €10. And this, I don't think this was bad at all for a tablecloth. This was €40, $39.99. I just love it. I've got a really, really nice cotton tablecloth, and it's got like a blue stripe running lengthways down it. I don't know, it's a, what style is it? It's like, it's looked at really old fashioned. I've had it for years. I got it from IKEA. Must be about 15 years ago. But I really fancy a nice linen one, because I've started trying to keep the kitchen table clear. And I've put the table runner on it, the blue and white one, so I might put this down. Right, kettle's boiled. Jack's sat staring at me, willing the back door to open by itself. I'm going to let you out right now. He's just seen the sun. He wants to go and sunbathe, rightly so. I don't think I've got anything else to tell you. The groceries, I remember to order the groceries online. It's coming between, I thought it was 3 and 6 or 3 and 5 this afternoon. I need to check the app. So that's the only plans I've got. Unpack the shopping, put it away. And I'm going to sort my flowers out. But I think I'll wrap up this week's vlog. I don't know how long it's been. I've not edited any so far. Normally I edit about on Wednesday, you know, halfway through, but I haven't, I've not done that this week. So we'll see. I have to do that yet. I've no idea if I've waffled for half an hour or an hour. Who knows? But thanks again for tuning in. We've had a little influx of new subscribers again, so you're very welcome. I hope you've enjoyed spending a bit of your time with me while I waffle through the week. If you haven't done so already, could you please consider hitting the subscribe button? And it tells the YouTube gods, the algorithms, that you're okay with this channel. You like a bit of Dawn. And if you want to hit the like button, that would be lovely. It also tells me that you've enjoyed what I've been waffling about. And if you want to say hello in the comments, please do so. Next week, I don't know what plans we've got. As I might have mentioned, I think I did. Hopefully we're going to get out on the boat tomorrow for a couple of hours. We've got a party Saturday night, and then Sunday morning we've got a brunch. And for the rest, I might be going out with Nicola. I think I did mention that on Monday. I'm not sure. I'm starting to feel like there's a lot of things in my agenda, and I need to start pacing myself because I'm tired. I'm very tired. I've not been sleeping well, but anyway, par for the course. Thanks again for tuning in. Stay safe. I hope you've all had a good week. Have a great week ahead, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.